For those of you looking at the program, you're probably looking at that title there, and you're probably wondering what's behind that. Well, there's a little inside joke to that, being the title called, I love how everybody's looking at their programs right now. It's called Cheesecake. And what we were discussing one day in jazz, and I will never forget this day, this will live up forever, is the layers of a cheesecake. I'm going to take this one in particular. Oreo Dream Extreme. Do you remember this? Okay. Brownie crush, chocolate snap fudge cake, original cheesecake, milk, where's meant to do that? Oreo with chocolate icing on top, and 30 calories added to your stomach. Right? We're thinking, wishful thinking, right? Oh dear. In concept to jazz, we talk about how the rhythm is the support, therefore the brownie crust. So they're nice and rich, they give us the support to the band. And everything in between is all those nice and delicious flavors, is everybody right here. And together, they make that solid, bold, crisp cheesecake. I'm hungry now, who's hungry? All right. This next piece is called Sambiato, switching it up a little bit of style in Latin. Hope you enjoy. Andrew Rogers on tenor sax. into a jazz band is to play an instrument that you're not used to, a little alien from. So it becomes a little bit of a challenge, especially when you're trying to get used to the tendencies of that instrument. Of people that are on their secondary instrument right now, could you raise your hands? Our final piece, once again, we are taking this piece from our February concert to do a little bit more justice to the piece, especially with a better sound system. This is our final piece of the day, but I think this is the best way to do it, because this is the end. I would like to welcome to the stage once again Miss Haley Knoll.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. When
you so much, Hilliard, for being here tonight. Mr. Roth, can you make your way over here, sir? Please. I'd like to take an opportunity to thank Charles for all that he's done this year. He really was a hero. When Lisa Galvin decided to finish out her career at the 6th grade building, it kind of took us a little bit by surprise. We weren't quite prepared. And Charles, luckily, has been in our district actually for a couple of years subbing. And he was available, and he has made numerous sacrifices to be here with us all year. Not only did he do a great job with our jazz ensembles, but he stepped in and took over pep band this year, has helped me out whenever he can, and I am just extremely grateful that he did what he did for us. Can you please help me thank Charles Roth? His first teaching job. I know it's going to happen here soon, so I'm sure we will. I'll let you all know when that happens. All right, moving on to symphonic band. I'm going to do a little warm-up, and then I'll come over and talk to you a little bit about our first piece. This exciting work conveys the biblical story of Saul of Tarsus and his conversion on the road to Damascus. According to biblical accounts, Saul, armed with arrest warrants for Christians, was struck to the ground by a flash of light and heard a voice saying, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" The stunned and blinded Saul was instructed to enter Damascus and, after 3 days, was healed of his blindness through the action of the disciple Ananias. This is one of the most dramatic conversion stories found in the Bible. Paul spent the remainder of his life as one of the most influential religious leaders of the apostolic age. The road to Damascus. endless rainbows. Sometimes words alone cannot adequately explain something. And this is the case with endless rainbows. Jeff Zilke contacted me about writing a piece for his group quite some time ago. However, the nature of this commission changed drastically when one of Jeff's students passed away the day before he was to start the 8th grade. The tragedy occurred during a family gathering at a local pond. As the family desperately tried to come to grips with an impossible situation, something very special happened. The day of the funeral, a gorgeous double rainbow formed over the pond where Ben Stepp passed away. Typically, there are only rainbows in that area after the sun has risen in the east and it is raining. However, that morning the sun had not yet risen and there was no visible rain. Once I received pictures from the family, I immediately centered on the title, Endless Rainbows. This time, it's time to hand out our awards for Symphonic Band. All right, starting with our first year members. Aniston Arad, Cameron Deacon, Jacqueline Foster, Leah Guevara, Kimberly Hartman, Abby Crummell, Kevin Lee, Max Mayahara, Sydney Pliska, Elliot Qualls, Emily Ramsey, Nathan Schimmelder, Matthew Skulks, Christopher Shorts, Kayla Slemp, Kyla Tani. And those are our first year members. All right, second year members. Lainey Ayler, Molly Burnett, Emma Davis, Tristan Flannery, Josh Fralick, Kaya Gillen, Caroline Graham, John Michael Linsenmeyer, Hunter Mills, Ellie Morrison, Rebecca Mosier, Andrew Rogers, Ronnie Soleil, Micah Stuckey, Daniel Stoldrer, Ellie Timmons, and Amelia Willis, our second year members. Third year, Brian Bandy, Chester Bonnell, Morgan Daniels, Mia Eberts, Katie Gruber, Michaela Haney, Haley Huebler, Haley Jackson, Emily Johnson, Judy Larson, Marcus Miller, Elizabeth Ramsey, Natalia Rosalette, Alex Semple, and Maria Thurston. And our fourth year members, Miss Shelby Cook, who will be attending Otterbein University, majoring in psychology and fitness. Mackenzie Kessler, The Ohio State University, studying electrical engineering. Carly Latorre, Bowling Green State University, studying secondary education. Jack Morrison, The Ohio State University, studying material science and engineering. Kira Summer will be attending Tiffin University and studying exercise science. And Ben Tokai will be attending Ohio University studying organic chemistry. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite to the stage representatives from our Hilliard Music Boosters.
Podium taller, am I short? I just have a few housekeeping things for you. Next Tuesday night, we hope to see you back here in the Ops Commons for our last booster meeting of the year. We do still need some nominations, so if you are feeling led to lead, we need you. Specifically, we need a vice president, so we hope to get some nominations for that. Or we might have to draw names. Also, you saw in your program, I hope, this little flyer. We've got some upcoming spirit nights at the little ice cream shop. One is next Monday night, so if you're attending the middle school concert, please come after that. From open to close, 10 or 15% of our sales, I can't remember. We'll go to the band, so that's great. And then on June 30th, Zach Boren, former OSU player, will be there to sign autographs with an ice cream purchase, or there will be some things to purchase there as well. So we hope to see you at those two fundraisers. And also, we just have some other things about fundraising that you can read on your own. If you can help out, please contact either myself or Rob. We would love to have your help. Finally, a last push for concessions. We only have 3 more events left. We just need a few more people. I have a statistic for you. I like numbers. I like statistics. But when you work concessions, it generates a lot of money. We just got done with a flower fundraiser, and we appreciate everyone who sold flowers. But we made roughly $5 per flower that we sold. Every time one person works concession, we make between $55 and $200 based on the event, because we get a part of the profit. So it's really important to work those events. So we hope to see you there. You can sign up hhsconcessions.org, or you can contact me and I can help you do that. Finally, this Friday is the last time to order band bags, so give me a holler if you need to get a band bag. All right, turn it over to Stacy.
Okay, students, after this concert, we are having a cookie reception, and there are the cookies. We have some cards that you can sign for Mr. O, so please take a moment and do that. We have one senior volunteer parent we would like to recognize. So Liz Taylor, if you would stand up, if you are here.
Seriously.
We would like to thank Liz for the time she spent as a uniform mom. And I have the honor and I guess the big responsibility of saying a few words for Mr. O tonight. And this is not normally what I do, so bear with me. I thought of a couple stories that represent what Mr. O has meant to our family, and I think that will translate to many of you as well. I had the honor, I guess, of carpooling with another family back and forth to band camp and band practice, and for parents who get to do that, you get to hear your kids talk, and you get to hear their stories. And as we started our first year of band, I heard, "Oh, this is so hard. Oh, they're always yelling. Oh, they're always making us do things over. Oh, they don't think we're any good." And then as the season moved on, I got to start to hear things like, "Wow, that was really a great rehearsal. Wow, I can't believe I got all my music checked off." And we moved from complaining achievement. And then one day, though he doesn't remember saying this to me, when my son and I were in my car by ourselves, he said, you know, Mom, I've been thinking, and I don't think they push us because we're not good enough. I think they think we can be great. And I thought that was a pretty powerful lesson to learn in a couple weeks. And as a parent, I learned a lesson too. I am not a bandy. I wasn't in band in high school. I never attended competitions. And so the Hilliard Invitational that freshman year was my first experience too. And it was awesome, and I was so impressed by what everyone had learned in a short period of time. And when the band got a 1, I was thrilled. And my son and I got in the car, and I was like, woo, that must be a relief. You're done. You got your 1. You qualified for states. The rest of the season will be easy. And he looked at me with the look that I probably gave him many times, and he's like, what? We can't take it easy. Your next rehearsal should always be your best performance, or your best performance should always be your best. And it dawned on me that in a football season, Mr. O and Mrs. Galvin had taught my child, and I bet all of your children as well, some pretty powerful lessons. He taught them that if you believed in yourself and you worked hard, you could achieve greatness. So Mr. O, for believing in our kids before they believed in themselves, for teaching them to believe and rely on each other, you gave them the gift of understanding that they can be great. So for the 5 years that you spent here at Hilliard Bradley, we are presenting you a Bradley brick. You will get one that you can keep with you, so when you look at it, you can always remember how much you meant to us and to our children. And for as long as this building stands, people who walk near your brick will be able to remember and recognize the important role you had. And we would like to thank you for the hard work, dedication, and service that you have given to this building, to this program, and most importantly, to our children.
I'll try to keep it short, but I do plan to thank all of you a little bit more later on, but that was wonderful, and wow, this is really neat. Thank you so much. All right, Symphonic Band, our last piece for the evening with this ensemble. Many of you probably know this musical quite well. Les Miserables is a sung-through musical based on the novel of the same name by French poet and novelist Victor Hugo. It has music by Claude Michel Schomburg, original French lyrics by Hélène Boudlil and Jean-Marc Nattel, with an English language libretto by Herbert Kretzmer. Set in early 19th century France, it is the story of Jean Valjean, a French peasant, and his quest for redemption after serving 19 years in jail for having stolen a loaf of bread for his starving sister's child. Valjean decides to break his parole and start his life anew after a kindly bishop inspires him by a tremendous act of mercy. But he is relentlessly tracked down by a police inspector named Javert. Along the way, Valjean and a slew of characters are swept into a revolutionary period in France, where a group of young idealists make their last stand at a street barricade. Please enjoy excerpts from Les Mis.